You believe in this stuff without questioning it. You just go along with it, okay? That's what I mean. Have you ever stopped to question for 1 second why you believe the things that you do? You know, like just take a minute and really break it down, okay? Maybe you'll figure something out. Marriage. I'm gonna have one soon. My parents had one after they accidentally got my mom pregnant. But you know, marriage is a thing that happens, right? It just happens sometimes to some people. You know, you find somebody you really like, and then you do a funny dance and touch your lips together, and boom, you're just together for life, and you get tax cuts, and that's marriage, baby, in a nutshell. And traditionally, marriage has been this bond between a man and a woman who love each other very much, first of all. And second of all, the man is the provider and the woman is the caretaker, right? The man goes out and does the hunting or whatever. Like the idea is that like the man does all the hunting and the gathering and the woman stays home and does all the caretaking and the baby raising, right? And in modern day, a lot of people think that that's how it always was. But really, that's not the case. Traditional marriage, as we know it in the West, or in the United States, I should say, has only really existed for a very short time. The nuclear family is a very new concept. Like for decades, for generations and generations, the human population has raised kids as a collective. You know, it takes a village to raise a kid. You guys have heard that saying. And really, it's only with the rise of suburbs that this idea of like the nuclear family with, you know, a boring house and a white picket fence with 2.5 kids and a dog and maybe a cat, and that's it. Like that's the unit right there. That arose with suburbs. And I don't like that. I don't like that because it's very it segments society. And I don't like that at all. I like the idea of a collective raising kids, right? There was a time probably in caveman days when people didn't know whose kids were which is fine. Who cares? They're all kids. They should all be cared for the same way, you know? Like, what about parents who adopt? Those aren't technically their kids. That is literally an example of it takes a village, is when people adopt, right? They're our kids, exactly, our kids. And we should care for them all equally. All right. All this being said, the reason I'm bringing this up is because we got another video suggestion from the Discord, which you should join if you haven't already. It's going to be a link in the description below and every single video. Go join. You can suggest videos for me or just chat with me. I'm in the Discord a lot. If you want to just chat, we can chat. Okay. But anyway, this was suggested to me from the Discord, reflections on inverted marriages. And it's from Hot Take Andy in the chat right there. He's right there. He's right there. Thank you, Hot Take Andy. So let's go ahead and go over this. I think what this guy is going to do, because the thumbnail you can see here is, after I cleared all the sussy videos out of my history, the thumbnail here is of a very muscular, jacked-looking woman and a very soy, beta-looking male. So we'll just see what this guy has to say about it. I'm sure it'll be fine and normal and good and whatever. Also, he has my physiognomy, so that's cool.
And I hope that you're dodging this flu that seems to be going around because it sucks. In my last video, I talked a little bit about...
Oh, he meant the actual flu. I thought I'm so brain poisoned that I thought where he was going with that is like this here non-traditional flu of people going and getting polyamorous relationships and whatnot. Polyamory. It didn't exist back in my day. We call that the poly flu. Right? That's where I thought it was going with it.
About women's economic empowerment and women's hypergamy. And I talked about the
flu
societal
shots.
effects of these two things converging.
Women's
one of the
hypergamy,
primary
cool.
effects being an unprecedented number of young men being hedged out of the dating and marriage market.
So, real problem. Let's talk about it. When we have a bunch of young men being hedged out of the dating and marriage market, that indicates a lack of societal connectiveness, okay? We are crumbling as a society, not because of trans people and non-nuclear marriages and families. We're crumbling because we've forgotten how to be humans, okay? We've forgotten how to socialize with people. We've forgotten how to be normal in society, okay? Return to tradition, right? Go out and talk to people. I just talked to my barber today. I went to get my hair done and my beard and mustache, and we chatted the entire time. It was great, all right? And it's fine if you want to like leave your headphones in for that, but goddamn, like you got to talk to people sometimes. Practice your socializing skills. And if you are a young man who's having issues finding a relationship, that's okay. You know, it's a lot harder and it's not your fault. It's not entirely your fault, right? It's okay. You know, I lucked out on Tinder. Not everybody will get that chance. But I have a feeling that if I wanted to today, I could easily go out and land a date. You know, you don't got to be like jacked. You don't got to be super pretty. You just got to know how to talk to people and how to treat girls normally. You know, just treat them like human beings. That's all. That's the problem that I see, but I'm sure this guy's going a different direction.
Well, this video...
Oh, yeah, and also, it's a result of capitalism. Our betters not giving us enough money or enough resources or enough time or energy to live our lives in any sort of peaceful or happy way, et cetera, et cetera. You guys get the...
A flip side of that In this video, I'm going to be offering up my personal
It's actually very
opinion
big. I should have
on what
stressed
I
that.
like to refer to as...
You're right.
Well, this video is going to be sort of a flip side of that. In this video, I'm going to be offering up my personal opinion on what I like to refer to as
It's just his personal
inverted
opinion.
marriages. A quick word of warning, some of the statements that I'll make in this video may be controversial to some. I want to reiterate...
You mean I could have the woman be the man? Oh, soy! Let's go!
These are my personal opinions, and if you don't like what I have to say in this
What a
video,
concept.
you are free to ignore it entirely. Now, what...
Oh, we ain't ignoring this, buddy. You put this on blast. This on the internet now, baby. No way I'm ignoring this.
What I
Content's
personally
too good.
classify as an inverted marriage. Well, the obvious thing is a marriage where the wife makes...
Also want to point out, pussy shit. I want as many people as possible to see and react to my shit. Don't ignore me. I'm talking to you. You do not ignore me or my opinions, because my opinions are the correct ones, sir. I'll have you know. Just saying.
Majority or the
What were you saying about
entirety of
inverted
major
marriages,
decisions
by the way?
for the couple or household. But I'd also classify an inverted marriage as a marriage where the wife is the primary...
I'm a lesbian. Can I have an inverted marriage? Only if you have an innie, like on the belly button, you know, like an innie. That's really what they mean by inverted marriage. An innie belly button. Very important.
breadwinner, where the wife has a greater level of experience in male domains than the husband.
He's
she
so
has a
flat.
higher level of education and a greater degree of worldly influence. All of these things constitute an inversion in the traditional marriage dynamic.
Sounds like you should have studied harder, buddy. What are you talking about? I rake in more than my future wife. What are you doing?
I would personally take things a step further and argue that men who are in such marriages...
Not that our marriage is about that.
...their households, not even legally, and that they cannot be the heads of their households by the very nature of the dynamic of the marriage that they're in. And there's bound to be people who disagree with that.
I would love to hear this dynamic because I don't consider myself head of the household, by the way. I don't. Katie and I share that spot. You know how hard it is to be the solo head of a household? It sucks. That shit sucks. All right? I'd much rather be side by side with my life partner that I chose specifically to help me with that.
There's plenty of men who would argue that even though their marriage falls into my definition of an inverted marriage, that they still very much lead their home. But that tends to be anything but the...
If his opinions weren't so bad, I'd turn it off.
At least in my personal experience. In all actuality, such men tend to serve as the part-time logical consultant of their wife. They tend to serve as the full-time family guard dog, but that's where their jurisdiction tends to end.
And what if that's where they want it to end, man? Have you ever thought about, like, maybe that's what he wants? If they could just get over the idea of hierarchy, they would be free. They're all hierarchy cucks, man. They're cucks. I'm telling you. You got gender cucks, you got hierarchy cucks, you got marriage cucks, nuclear family cucks. Like, they're all like cucks to religion cucks, you know, like God cucks. They're all cucked to these, and you can be religious, by the way, and not be cucked to your God, mind you. I'm just saying. When I say you're cucked to something, what I mean is that you believe in it empirically. Like or not empirically, sorry, implicitly. You believe in this stuff without questioning it. You just go along with it, okay? That's what I mean. Have you ever stopped to question for 1 second why you believe the things that you do? You know, like just take a minute and really break it down, okay? Maybe you'll figure something out.
And in the meantime, the wives make every major decision under the roof and tend to exceed them in pretty much every other area of life.
What if that's how they like it?
As American women continue...
There's nothing more... Sorry, I keep pausing. There's nothing more manly than a man who is willing to say, you know what? You make the rules. You make the rules. I don't feel like it. You make the rules. I want you to be head of the household. If that's what he wants, that's Chad as shit, okay? That's great.
To be artificially empowered in every sector of society.
What's artificial
about it?
And
as their status continues to increase...
Is it artificial when men do it? Like...
As a result of this boosting, more and more men are finding themselves in situations that would fit my definition of an inverted marriage, and among young couples especially, it's becoming extremely common for the woman to be the primary breadwinner. I personally believe that such arrangements are bad for men. I believe that they're bad for a man's confidence, and I believe that they're bad for a man's mental and spiritual well-being. And
let's see his sources on this. I'm sure that he's got a lot of studies that conclude that indeed inverted marriages have an impact on confidence in a man, right? I'm sure he's got the data. Let's give him a chance, boys, right?
Development. And I believe that such arrangements deprive men of an opportunity to develop themselves as leaders in their homes, while also depriving them of the fulfillment of being looked up to by their wives.
What if I want my wife to look down on me? What if I want her to spit on me and call me scum? Listen, I'm not saying I want that, but what if I did? It's fine. That's all I'm saying.
Just as women generally prefer to look up to the man that they're in a relationship with, I believe that men have a biological yearning to be looked up to in a
That's because you're a biology cuck. You're cucked to your biology. What's wrong with you? You're a human. Stop acting like a damn animal. Who's
relationship.
biology? So what?
And that they have a yearning to be admired for exceeding women in the domains that I've already listed in this video. Funny enough, a growing number of inverted couples seem to have...
Is he trying to say he doesn't like dom women? I think he is in fact trying to say he does not like dom women. That's fine. Get a sub. There's no shortage. There's certainly no shortage in the trans women community. I'm just saying.
Self-conscious of this imbalance over the past couple of years. And one thing I've noticed...
Okay, real talk though. How many trans women just want to be a trad wife? Really think about that. Like, how many trans women would be happy just being a trad wife? I think like a lot of them, right? Like trans women, as a result of like the trauma that they've induced as a result of being trans in a transphobic society, try so hard. They like go overtime to like adhere to gender norms of the gender opposite of that which they were assigned. Like if you find a nice trans woman, like a lot of them want to be trad wives. I'm just saying.
Is that wives in these marriages seem to be looking for ways to compensate for this, typically by showering their husbands with gifts or going out of their way to praise their husbands for being the protector. Or
oh, what a good little protector!
Their husbands to engage in
who's a good boy
hobbies and activities as a means of providing these men with a healthy outlet to express their masculinity, since they're not allowed to be the men of the house.
A healthy outlet? What am I, a child?
Inverted marriages seem to fully embrace their identity as the head of the house.
Dog, healthy outlet. You just need a sock. That's all you need. That's healthy as long as you keep it washed.
Household, and seem to be leaning into it. Such wives never seem to miss an opportunity to delegate virtually every aspect of their husband's life. In fact, I personally know a married couple.
We're 4 minutes and 20 seconds nice into this video, and it's only 6 minutes and 19 seconds, almost nice, long, and I still have not seen a single source to back up anything that he's saying.
Or the wife even dictates how her husband is to brush his teeth, namely with baking soda, first thing in the morning and immediately after supper.
Wait, what was that? Wait, why did he say that?
Even dictates how her husband is to brush his teeth, namely with baking soda, first thing in the morning and immediately after supper.
Yes, Mommy, I will brush my teeth with baking soda. Yes, I am a good boy, Mommy. Yes, thank you, Mommy. Thank you.
Such women
is this a kink thing? I feel like it is.
Opportunity to humiliate.
He's just like, and some people have their wives force them to do things that they would not do otherwise, such as brush their teeth with baking soda. Now, I, for one, enjoy washing my teeth with baking soda, but when I do it, it's by my choice. I do not fantasize about a woman telling me to brush my teeth with baking soda. That is not a thing that I want at all. I don't fantasize about an inverted marriage, as I call it, where a woman doms over me and takes control of my life and makes all the decisions. Like what? Like where's this coming from, man? This is so repressed. Come on, just be the sub you were born to be. It's fine, okay? You'll be better off that way.
Their husbands. I was on Facebook recently and I stumbled upon a picture.
He's so uninterested.
A breadwinning wife that she had taken of her husband. According to her, her husband had came in from work.
Show the picture at least. Well, no, don't show
dishes.
it. Unless you cover face.
And when he had his back turned at the sink, she snapped a photo of him and shared it to a group full of women, praising her husband for washing the dishes and assuring all the women that good men were still out there.
Yeah. What, you don't wash dishes? Yeah, that's how low the bar is, man. And that's partly your fault. Well, you don't know how to wash dishes? What are you, 12? I could wash dishes when I was 12. You're more like 6. Learn how to do chores. Stop being a man baby. Treat your wife once in a while.
To be perfectly clear, I
Maybe
don't
you'll get more action
upon
that way.
Any men who are in such marriages. I understand what's happening.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, totally. This whole thing is not about looking down on him, right? Right? Yeah, no, of course not. We would never want to do that.
Excuse me, I get it. But I do find the arrangement to be humiliating. And I
Why?
find it particularly
Wait, you are looking down on them then. No, you are. You just said it's humiliating. No, this is contradictory as You cannot hold those two ideals in your head at once. You can't. Unless you don't think that you're looking down on somebody who is being humiliated. I mean, what? Dog, if you want to be humiliated, just say so.
To see my close personal friends in such marriages because I always wanted more
Why?
for them than that. There was a time
What do
in
you
my
mean?
life, maybe
Have you, okay, but my man, real talk. Have you ever actually asked them what they want? Have you ever actually sat down and talked to them about their marriage and said, you know what? You know, and like that deadpan face and voice that you do. You know what? I was just wondering why you let your wife be the breadwinner. Because I don't get, and you know, like you're falling asleep on your Xanax or whatever. What's happening here? Have you ever actually talked to them? Like, really?
10 or 15 years ago, where I would encounter a married couple out in the world, and it would inspire me to want to seek marriage for myself. And don't get me wrong, there still are a few marriages out
His eyes aren't even. Don't knock him for that. My eyes aren't even either.
there that inspire me in such a way, but more often I encounter inverted couples, and quite frankly, they depress me to be around. I very often lament where
Why?
we seem to be headed.
That sounds like a you problem, dude. Oh, you sound like you're a pussy. You sound like you see a strong, independent woman, and then you think, well, Jay, I wouldn't like that now, would I? And then you like project your insecurity on other people. That's what it seems like is going on to me.
As a people, and I regard the new order of marriage to be against the design that God had originally intended.
Oh, there it is.
I believe that the new order of marriage is bad for men. I believe it's bad for women. I
Why?
believe it's bad for
You've given me no evidence, context, nothing. You just say, well, this is just my opinion. Well, it's the wrong opinion. You have the wrong opinion, okay? Just because you have an opinion does not make you special. You're not a special little boy just because you had a special little idea in your special little head, okay? Your opinion's wrong, demonstrably, all right? There are men in relationships with women who make way more money than they do and quite frankly wear the pants, and those men are very happy, okay? Unlike you don't look happy at all. At all. Why should I listen to you about what would make somebody happy? You look deadpan as shit. If you want to radiate happiness, then radiate it like I do. Like I do. Happy, everybody. Happy. We're all happy here, right? Oh, we're having such a good time. Right, folks? We're having such a great time tonight, right, folks? Oh, I love it. Oh, I love looking at bigots. Oh, I love looking at and reacting to people like this who don't know what the they're talking about. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it, folks.
children, and I believe that it ultimately leaves both men and women unfulfilled.
Why?
Suppose
You
this
just- but
summarizes
why?
my
But-
thoughts on inverted marriages. Let me know what you
Oh,
guys
does
think
it?
down in the
I don't think it did. I give you a D minus, sir. All right? Only because you showed up. You don't get an F because you showed up and actually, did something, I guess. But D minus all the way around. Like, at least if you had a personality, we could talk, but you're boring as shit, man. What is this? This is garbage. Oh my God. All the way through. No evidence, no passion, no energy, no joy in life, no anything. You said that you're depressed by looking at men who are happy in their relationships. Why? It's just pathetic. Oh my God. Yeah, don't be like this guy. Oh my God. No, find somebody that makes you happy, okay? Doesn't matter what that means. If you're submissive or soy or cucked or whatever else, you want to take this guy's opinion as gospel? Really? This guy? You're going to listen to this guy about what you should do with your relationship. Yeah, okay. Okay. I mean, granted, he's only got 133 subscribers, but this video of his did pop off. It's got about as many views as mine get, so. But, man, I'm telling you, you've got to work on your content. Listen, hey, if you want to hop on, I would love to have a discussion with you. I think it'll be a very boring one, given your demeanor, but, I think we could have a very interesting, possibly productive discussion, and I'm always looking for people to bring on and just have a chat with, so hit me up if you're interested. But yeah, until then, this is a very silly video. I mean, I'm not mad at the guy, but like, it's very, like, why does this video exist, man? Honestly, I don't know why it exists. It's just a silly video. You're a silly man. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more, hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload. If you enjoy my content, you enjoy what I do, I really appreciate any financial help that I can get. Go to youtube.com/AlecGunterTTV/join. You got some awesome benefits, such as seeing early videos, awesome emotes that you can use in the comments of YouTube videos, and a sweet badge next to your name. So if that sounds interesting to you, I'd really appreciate if you join. It is cheaper than the cost of a blowjob from your mom. So with all that being said, thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.